And today we're going to have another philosophical lesson. And I figured we should talk about the universe, or not just the universe, but universes in general. First, let's talk about what many people think about the universe. Many people think if you zoom out, you see those loads of dots. And if you zoom in on one dot, there's loads of small dots in a kind of galaxy cluster. And in one of those dots, it's billions of stars, small dots, yet again. And if you zoom in on one of those stars, you may find a planet with, well, you may find a lot of planets with moons circling that star. So basically, the universe is a big place with loads of dots, and inside of each dot there are loads of other dots, and inside of that dot there's loads of other dots, and inside of that dot there's loads of other dots. And one of those dots circling one of the stars may be Earth, a planet. And if you zoom in yet again on that dot, you will see loads of other dots. Plant life, animal life, human life, everything. Just imagine them as small glowing dots. And if you zoom in on one of those people, if you focus on one of those humans, that's you. And most people stop thinking there, but we do have science on our sides, and we know that a human consists of billions of cells. And if you just imagine all those cells as a dot each, well, one of those dots is you, basically. Because every single cell consists of loads of different atoms, and each and every atom consists of basically electrons spinning around a nucleus that consists of neutrons and protons. And actually we have found out that nuclear thing, also that one can be divided into smaller bits. But for now, let's stop there. Basically, you have an atom. It's one point in the middle and loads of stuff spinning around it. Kind of looks like a galaxy. And that makes you wonder, like, truly, what is a universe? Is a, well, the word means united version. And when we talk about the universe, we usually think about the universe where we all live. But then you have these people talking about there might be a multiverse, many universe in the universe. Like another universe where there is just one slight difference, like maybe Hillary Clinton won and not Donald Trump, or maybe Adolf Hitler was Santa Claus. Who knows? There's like just one tiny difference between all these different multiverses. You never know what they might be. And I find that very interesting to ponder, especially since we know that the human being, when you think about it, if you look at the human being, it's loads of bright glowing dots, and if you zoom in on one of them, you get to the cell, and the cell consists of lots of atoms, and atoms looks like galaxies. And we know that in the great universe, if you zoom out on that one, you just see loads of dots. And if you zoom in on one of those, you realize it's a cluster of galaxies, each and every one of them. It's like this big thing actually looks a lot like the human body, if you think about it. So I began pondering about that, and I thought, like, maybe each and every human being is a universe of its own. Each and every single person you meet is just another version of you, kind of, or another version of someone. If you start thinking like that, you start to realize you're going around in the world and it's like, that's a tree, but that's a universe by itself, and over there there's a cat, and that's a universe by itself. And you start to wonder where your place truly is in the universe, both as a whole but also inside of yourself. Because you know that you are you kind of decide what you want to do and where you want to go and what you're doing to your body. If you're a smoker, if you're a vegan, if you're an ice climber or a couch potato, you decide everything about yourself. And you don't really have any control at all over all those billions of cells living inside your body, which is the reason that most people think they don't have a mind of their own. Yet at the same time, when you do get sick, certain cells in the body will act in certain ways, like there is an air force going in attacking the viruses or bacteria that cause problems in most cases. You start to think about those things, what is truly your place in the universe. And then I start thinking about when you were little, you couldn't really control your body that well. Your motoric skills were kind of bad. You had to learn how to hold a pen and a fork for eating and stuff like that. So basically you were born with very poor control, and the longer you live the better you get, until you get so old that things are misfiring and you get worse at it. And the way I like to think about it is that you're actually the all-knowing, most likely the first and last cell to come alive inside of your body. Because you are always you throughout all your life, even though the body changes a lot. And you're always the oldest and wisest. Sometimes you're very mean, and sometimes you're very nice to your body. Kinda comes with the territory, I guess. And that makes you think. I like to think about it as you are the god in your own private universe. Because technically I can't be every single cell. I can't be the eye cell and at the same time be the taste cell, and at the same time be the skin cell. I can only be one cell at a time, even though I have control over all those other cells. And all those other cells, they need to have a purpose to keep you alive. Because why do they let you be alive? I mean, it would be so easy to overthrow you, and suddenly there would be someone else in your body and not you. And we talked about perception earlier, And literally everything you perceive through those cells, what they decide you should feel. They also help you to remember things, and usually you remember things wrong compared to how it actually happened. And sometimes if you're in a really traumatic accident or something really bad happens to you, some people black out or don't remember anything about what happened. So I think that all those cells probably take care of you because you're the oldest. You kind of are the, I said it before, God. But maybe you're not just a God all the time. Maybe you're a devil sometimes. It all depends how you take care of your body and what you're doing to it. And when you think about it, everything that lives in this universe has a specific lifespan. It starts, you're a kid, you're a teenager, you're an adult, you're an old geezer. It's a joke. You have those lifespans, and every single thing we see, even if you're looking at insects or if you're looking at fish or mammals or humans, everyone has a lifespan. And everything you live through kind of follows your version. And if you think about it, a cell lives a very short life, but that life still has a lifespan with all those things happening. And time is kind of relevant compared to how long your lifespan is supposed to be. Like when you're a child, we talked about this earlier, when you're a child you don't really have the perception of time. Waiting 20 days for Christmas might be forever, but as a grown-up it's like, oh my, it's already Easter, where did Christmas go to? So that cell probably live a full life, a very short life, and you live eons longer than them. And you're always all-knowing. Maybe you don't always know best, but you're always all-knowing. So you most likely is the God cell, or the soul, some people call it, in your body. And your body is your own private universe. It's kind of nice to think you have an own universe to do whatever you please with. And that's a good question. What are you doing to yours? How are you treating it? And how are you treating the universe that you live in? Because you're clearly living inside the universe while you yourself is like a pocket universe inside of that universe. And how are you treating the other universes that you meet when you're out there? Are you a demon or a god? Are you Satan or Jesus Christ or Allah, or who are you? How have you decided to be? What kind of universe are you? Maybe you're sad sometimes. Or maybe you don't feel depressed, but for some reason you feel sad anyway. There's a grand difference between listening and hearing. Most people think that it's bad to just hear someone. You should listen. But I think you should not listen. I think you should hear. Because when you listen, that means that you adapt whatever they are saying or feeling or whatever. I think you should hear instead. Because when you're hearing, you make up your mind. And once you made up your own mind, you chose which way to go. So I would say, hear everything in the universe that you live in. Hear yourself, truly for the first time ever. And decide whether you want to be a demon or a god. Thank you.